Right, there's lots to get into today. Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you are all doing well, friends. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily, series right here on Football Therapy, where I see what's been said about the Blues, giving you my opinion, but of course, more importantly, friends, asking for yours. So much to get into today, loads of clarification from Thomas Tuchel. Make sure you are subscribed and you've dropped a like and all that kind of gear. And let me tell you, this video is sponsored by Manscaped. It's 2021, boys, and men are keeping groomed and clean. Check out what Manscaped has to offer. Let's see what we got here. Your balls will thank you. Ooh la la, the new Manscaped shaver. All the shaver accessories. Just a couple of the classics, ball toner and ball deodorant. You got the old Manscaped boxer shorts. Beautiful wash bag. The Manscaped refined cologne, which I'm wearing right now and smells great. The infamous weed whacker for those nose and ear hairs, gentlemen. And finally, I'm sure you've got some already, but ball wipes. Ding. Look at all that fantastic gear. The best thing about this is, boys and girls, is you can get 20% off. That's right, an entire fifth off and free shipping when you use my code THERAPY at manscaped.com. That's an amazing deal. 20% off, entirely free shipping when you use my code THERAPY. Click the link in the description to go check out Manscaped now and consider yourself a man of the future. Right, let's get into it. Cool, a quick breakdown of what we're doing today. We're talking about Tino Livramento to Southampton. Yes, another one bites the dust in terms of the academy talent. We're talking about Thomas Tuchel's comments on Ruben Loftus-Cheek, which is obviously a massive one at the moment. Kurt Zouma, what's the situation there? And of course, Christian Pulisic playing at wingback. Could that be an option going forwards in a time where Thomas Tuchel is wanting other options at wingback? We'll see what he had to say about that also, but let's start off with Tino Livramento and the academy story. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, another one bites the dust. Tino Livramento to Southampton. He follows Tomori, Gurhi, Bates, Harris, Simu, loads of people out the door. It's a divided opinion. A lot of people are pretty agnostic and chill about it, because ultimately this is all free money for Chelsea Football Club, and essentially it can go towards their kitty of a desired super target. But at the same time, there's the people who's sort of gained an emotional connection with these players throughout youth development, been so excited for them to hopefully join the first team, at least one or two of them, and to see them all go for next to nothing can be quite frustrating. Let's dip into The Athletic to get some information on how this happened. Southampton are nearing the signing of Chelsea Academy player Tino Livramento on a 5-year deal. The promising England under-19 defender is said to have been manager Ralph Hasenhüttl's top target during the transfer window. The Southampton boss believes he has the potential to be a very accomplished player and is said to be over the moon with the prospect of signing him. The 18-year-old will go straight into the first team when he joins. Right, there's some more information in this Athletic article. I shan't be reading it all. I urge you to check it out. I'm going to read you a little bit more of how they explain how this happened. It is understood talks between the two clubs go back as far as March, with Chelsea director Marina Granovskaya and the Southampton chief executive Martin Semmens leading negotiations. There was no shortage of interest in the highly sought after player either. Premier League clubs like Arsenal, Manchester City, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Everton and Brighton all showed interest, with some making offers, while his talent caught the attention of RB Leipzig and Monaco. For the people who don't understand how good Tino Livramento can be, hopefully the extract gives you a little bit of information. Ralph Hasenhüttl, a very good coach by the way, and highly rated in Europe, regardless to losing 9-0 twice, it was his main target, which is pretty telling if you ask me. And like I said, Liverpool, Man City, they all wanted Tino Livramento, or at least expressed an interest, so you can understand he's a very good player. Yes, I personally thought he might be one of the ones that could be considered in the squad, because especially if we're looking at backup right wing back options like Adama Traore, he could have been something there, but who knows, maybe the kid just made his decision and that was it. It's upsetting in many ways, but like I said, Chelsea are champions of Europe. really, you can't have it all. And ultimately, as things stand, we've got 2 academy graduates starting in the lineup, in Reece James and Mason Mount, and you've got others in the squad. So really, we're still at a transformative part of our history, Chelsea, and you can't have 11 academy graduates starting. I mean, that'd be great, but it's unrealistic. It's just difficult that all the academy superstars are going at once. That's life, that's what all the people say. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Ruben Loftus-Cheek and a little bit of Kurt Zouma. Loftus-Cheek, amazing under Maurizio Sarri, literally so good. People have already forgotten, but I haven't. He was immense under Maurizio Sarri before his Achilles injury. Slowly coming back, had a pretty underwhelming loan at Fulham, and now he's in training with Chelsea. He's seemingly so desperate to make it work. Thomas Tuchel has spoken about him before, saying he likes his player profile. Can he make it though? There was links saying Ruben might go to the Bundesliga for a season to try yet another loan. We'll have to see what happens, but Thomas Tuchel has spoken a bit about him. Let's dip into this article and get some more information. Thomas Tuchel says Ruben Loftus-Cheek can, quote, decide his own future, end quote, and earn a place in Chelsea's first team squad next season. Loftus-Cheek, who made his Chelsea debut in 2014, has seen his progress hampered by injury. Last season he spent the loan at Fulham as they were relegated from the Premier League. Reports have suggested Chelsea are looking to offload the 25-year-old this summer, but head coach Thomas Tuchel says Loftus-Cheek has the opportunity to prove himself ahead of this new season. Positive. I wouldn't want to see him go to another sort of relegation fodder team loan, or even, God forbid, a championship loan, considering his experience in the Chelsea first team, winning the Europa League, finishing 3rd in the Premier League, doing very well. Maybe if he had to go on loan, something like a Bundesliga loan to like a high-profile Bundesliga club might make sense, but let's read on and see what Tuchel had to say. Quote, "It's too early to judge Ruben," said Tuchel after Chelsea beat Arsenal in the pre-season friendly at the Emirates. "He has everything in his hands. He can decide his own future. Loftus-Cheek plans to remain at Stamford Bridge and has promised that this season he will, quote, hit the ground running at Chelsea." Ruben said, "I had last season where I had to find my feet, and I definitely felt like I did that at the start," he told the Chelsea website. "I was struggling mentally and needed to focus on taking risks in training and get that feel back. But it eventually came, and I was doing really well in games, so I've had my injury, I've had a season now to get fit, and I feel confident in my body, and this season is where I hit the ground running. I feel really fit now and strong, and hopefully these injuries stay away. Last season was my first full injury-free season, which is a massive positive for me because I always used to get niggled. Even though I was fit, I'd be out for a couple of days, miss a couple of matches. Last season was good for my body to be fit every training session and available for every game. Of course, it was still a frustrating season for him on the pitch ultimately, but that was quite a dysfunctional Fulham team in many ways. It's important what he's saying, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because he's talking about taking risks and trusting your body again. Once you've hurt yourself and done an injury, you're scared to go and do things again. Like, it's taken, Callum Hudson-Odoi was better than Ruben in terms of better as in his injury healed quicker, and he took a lot of time to get back to his explosive self, to trust his body, to take on people, to these high octane moves. And similarly with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he needs to do that. And remember, he's a big boy, he's quite stacked as well. So he's got a lot of weight down on that injury, and he gets pulled down, he's got a lot of sort of impact with the injury when he's running. So it takes a while to trust himself, trust his body, and have that explosive movement through midfield again, which he was so good at. Right, let's move on to the next part of the story. It's still on this article, but Thomas Tuchel gives comment about Kurt Zouma and what we can expect this season. Defender Kurt Zouma, who is West Ham's top target this summer, has been linked with a transfer away from Stamford Bridge as Chelsea pursue a deal for Sevilla's Jules Koundé. Tuchel was coy when asked about Zouma's future, saying, "Kurt comes from a very different situation to Loftus-Cheek. He has been with the first team for half a year, and I know what he can give to the team. He's been part of a very successful half season. He has had some tough decisions go against him, so the situation isn't the same as Ruben." Coming out coy about Kurt Zouma, saying, "I know about him." He's not like Ruben, who I need to analyse and, assess. He's pretty much coming out making noises saying, "Yeah, I know about Zouma, I know the deal." And the deal is, he hasn't been playing him. So the deal could be, yes, he's likely to go out this summer, and the transfer rumours that we read, that I react to and report on here on Football Therapy, are likely to be true. Which again, go back and watch the older videos when I talk about Kurt Zouma being sold to West Ham or as a part exchange in the Sevilla deal. Disappointing, but hey, that's life, and no, I'm not going to sing it again. Let's move on to the final part of the story and talk about Christian Pulisic playing wingback and, speculate whether we can see more of that. Righty right, dear brothers. Christian Pulisic, an explosive player that can run down the flanks, that was Chelsea's best attacker maybe under Lampard's first season, now used sparingly as a rotational sort of bench player mainly, starts the odd game, which makes you go, oh, Pulisic starting. That kind of vibe. Interesting to see him start as a wing-back against Arsenal. Of course, Callum Hudson-Odoi started as a wing-back as well, which we've seen a little bit of under Thomas Tuchel. And now, Pulisic's there. Can we expect to see more of that? Well, I want to cite to you what Thomas Tuchel had to say about this situation. Quote, "He played there with me at Dortmund, and we played many times like this with Callum," Tuchel said. "Marcus wasn't able to play with us, so we put Callum on the left side, which is what I wanted to see for a long time. Callum can maybe be more dangerous from this position, coming inside, which he loves, and which he did today." So you know the situation. We have Asby and Reece in this position right wing back, but Asby only started 2 days ago, and Reece hasn't even started yet. So we need solutions, because we start on the 11th against Villarreal, and on the 14th, it's the season. We can't try things then, so now's the time to see. It's the possibility to give him some minutes, and from here we go on. Interesting, so he said Pulisic's played wingback for him at Dortmund like that, and he knows what he can bring, and maybe he trusts him. Do you know what I thought was quite interesting about that quote? How he said for a long time he's been waiting to see Callum Hudson-Odoi at left wing-back. So he plays him at right wing-back, and that's not even the position, the wing-back position, he thinks he'll play best. That's actually showing a lot of trust to Callum Hudson-Odoi. I never really thought about it like that. That's quite interesting. And obviously he knows he's right-footed and wants to cut in. So yeah, left wing-back Callum Hudson-Odoi. Maybe he is the backup to Ben Chilwell if Marcus Alonso sort of fades out and slows down a little bit, which is plausible and possible, I guess. And then who knows, maybe we see Christian Pulisic more as a right wing back, and that's our wing back cover sorted, possibly. Obviously he needs some defensive prowess, but who's to say Pulisic can't learn how to put a tackle in? He's still very, very young, of course. We'll see what happens there. Guys, let me know what you think. Comment down below on all the stories I've spoken about today. Let's start up a conversation. I'm interested in hearing it. Do go check out Manscaped and consider using my code THERAPY for 20% off and free shipping. Boy, what a deal. Yeah, drop a like on your way out if you want to help me out in the algorithm, dear sweet friends. That's it. Enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.